This week on Deprogrammed, Bryan, John, and I discussed Bad Brains. And during that episode, Bryan mentioned loving Bad Brains but never wanting to go see them live again. So naturally, we had to explore that on this week's After the Fact. So here's some bands that we would never go see again, even though we love them.
The first time I saw them was when they were touring under Soul Brains, which is fine. They played at the Norva, and it was the original lineup, which is the only reason I went. But they only... HR came out, he was clearly on a bipolar, non-medicated episode. And he literally sat down on stage. They came out an hour and a half late because they were getting high as fuck because you can smell that shit. But they came out, HR only, he sat down on the stage and just kind of mumbled the punk songs and then only gave any effort when they played reggae songs, which is absolutely fine. If they only wanted to play reggae songs, they should have just done it. And I still would have enjoyed the show because I like their reggae shit. But like, it just seemed really kind of like, just don't even bother. And then I saw them in Chicago when that really good record, that like return to form record that Adam Yost from the Beastie Boys produced, which is the one that's not on Spotify. And he basically did the same thing again. But they had just made this great punk rock return to form record for them, which return to form is a misnomer in that case because they were a very genre defining band. But they were first known from their punk rock roots, which is where the Beastie Boys started as well, which is what the connection there was. But HR just doesn't give a shit. Like, it sucks. It sucks that that's true. He just doesn't. I don't think he cares as much as the rest of the band does. And watching it is very heartbreaking because they're literally one of the greatest bands that's ever existed, as far as I'm concerned. And watching them, like, just watching him, not the band, not the rest of the band, but watching him kind of like not appreciate that. Yeah. And just kind of like half-ass and like ghost walk his way through it is very hard to watch. You know, it's like if I ever saw the Talking Heads and they just didn't care that they were playing, I'd be like, man, this sucks. This is like one of the most important bands of my entire life, and they just couldn't be bothered. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it was just like both times I saw them, it was just so heartbreaking to watch.
So,
and yeah,
John, I gotta wonder if there's ever been a band that like you were just really geeked up to see, like they're way up on your list, and you went and saw them, and they ended up you'll never go see them again.
Well, I don't know. I was thinking about that when you mentioned it a minute ago, and I don't know that there actually is. There are bands that I do love that I would never go see again because of past experiences, which I guess fits this. Like, I would probably never go see Kiss again.
Okay.
But probably for different reasons. Like, I mean, I love Kiss. I mean, it harkens back to being a child, and it's like a childhood thing. You know, their first 5 records are some of the, you know, best 70s records I think that are out there. But like, I think that now they've just kind of gone beyond what, you know, being a rock and roll band into being like this paint by numbers thing. It's almost like they just clock in and play their songs and then clock out. You know, I think a lot of bands are like that though anymore, you know, especially those big old bands. But I mean, that's the closest I could think of. I probably would never see Kiss again based on that kind of experience, but they've been that way for a very, very long time.
There you have it. Bands that we love but would never go see again. You can hear the rest of that conversation after the fact, number 53. Patreon.com/Oh Hi Justin is where you can get that. It's only $1 a month. Gets you a lot of great perks and really helps this guy out. You can also hear our conversation on Bad Brains. The program comes out on Thursdays on all podcast platforms.